Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. I don't know how well y'all are going to be able to hear me or how this is going to end up working out. But we're live out here in the pasture with one of our girls who we seriously believe is imminently about to give birth. She's doing some of that Lamaze breathing, heavy breathing. She's becoming a little bit irritable. She's been nesting, a whole lot of drainage from her vulva. So let's stay live here for just a few minutes and see what happens. Don't honestly don't know what's going to happen. So y'all gonna get to see this with us right here as we're filming this. So she's nesting a little bit. While she's nesting, I'll just kind of show you what else is going on out here. Reconnect. Yeah, I don't know how the connection's going to end up working. We're down here on the backside of the farm. But birth to 14. One was stillborn. She laid on one, we think, so that left us with 12 here. Then over here, this is our second farrowing mom. She gave birth to 10. I was able to finally get her correct count. We didn't put Sandra in charge of counting on that one. She gave birth to 10. Came down yesterday morning, and one was dead. Not sure what had happened there. It was a big, healthy male, but we got 9 piglets left. At least 5 of these are females. These are half Berkshire. Mom is half Duroc, half don't know what. So these piglets are quarter Duroc, half Berk, and then quarter who knows what. So yeah, we're hoping for a little break in the weather. We've had some storms in the area today. A little overcast, breezy right now. So don't know what the weather's going to hold for us here as the day goes on. But right now we're watching this girl over here. Like I say, she's been nesting for a little bit, and a lot of drainage, heavy breathing. She's in full milk. We can squeeze her teats, and she is absolutely imminent of giving birth. So you don't think she's going to because she's not laying on her side? Yeah, she may not. Yeah, they definitely keep us hopping. No doubt, Jeannie, they definitely keep us hopping. Let's see if we can see all. Let's see. Guys, I'm sorry this thing keeps popping in and out. We're sort of down here on the back side of the farm, and we're depending on cell service right now. So if you guys are just joining us, we're watching this girl here. We think that she's about to Pharaoh. Had a lot of nesting behavior earlier today. In full milk, we can squeeze her teats, and she's got just a ton of milk. A lot of drainage from her vulva. David says she's waiting for him to get off work. Yeah, man, hustle up, because you're closing tonight. Yeah, so she stood up a couple of times and kind of spun around. She'll stand up and will nest a little bit and then lay back down. So not sure what she's doing. It's not going to be too awful long though. We're expecting this any time. I thought she was going to have one there a minute ago, didn't you? Yeah, so she flips that tail up. We've noticed that on some of the other pigs when they flip that tail up, they're about to deliver. So for those of you keeping count, we've got 21 piglets right now before we farrow here. Yeah, Jenny, we're waiting. We're excited about getting them here too. They're so cute when they're out here running around on the field. Got these little roving hordes of piglets. Got like little street gangs of piglets out here terrorizing the neighborhood. So, y'all, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. She just was showing some imminent signs, and we decided we'd go live and see if we could catch a little bit of this. Share it with folks. It's one of our pregnant gilts. She's almost a year old. First pregnancy. No, Bill, don't have a catcher's mitt. We're just gonna hang out here for a minute and see how she does by herself. We brought a new roll of hay down yesterday. I think it was yesterday. For just such an occasion. We've got this girl, and then there are 3 more after her in this group that are set to farrow. So we brought another roll of hay down to give her some nesting material, and also a place for the piglets to get a little shelter. So while we're waiting to see what she does, let me show you all these piglets down here. This is exactly what they do in terms of trying to find some shelter and some cover for bad weather, rain, wind, whatever the case may be. Hey bud, we down here invading your space. So they'll just climb up and under the edge of that hay bale and seek out some shelter, and then mom will come in and she'll just lay down right here in front, and we'll push her belly up against that, and that keeps those piglets nice and warm and dry, and it works out great for them. All right, Bill's guessing 12 on this girl up here about to farrow. Y'all drop your guesses in the comment section down there below. How many piglets you think this girl's gonna have? We probably won't end up catching them all on this video or on the live stream, but we'll absolutely give you a number later on. Jenny Hughes says 13. How many piglets you think she's gonna have? 12. Yeah. Chris Meek says 10. Homegrown Wife says 10. 10 alive, yeah. Willow Cove Croft, I'm gonna root for you with 14. We like big numbers. We like big healthy numbers though. Barry Wingle says 12. Yeah. So we don't like this. We do get a little bit of this. Nosy neighbors coming up to see what's going on at the most inopportune times. So this is our other red one that's pregnant. She's probably going to be next. You don't think she's going to have many? Sandra don't think she's going to have many. The red one. Bill Lancaster's wife's betting on 10. This is our non-pregnant female right here. Yeah, she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. I'm trying to chew on my boot. Yep. Yeah, got a little more discharge. No, we typically don't breed runts. We typically will let them go for processing. Let them feed. We'll feed them out. Joel Lucas saying 10. Yeah, we typically don't keep female runts for breeding, nor do we keep male runts. We won't keep them for breeding either. What'd you say? Yeah. What characteristics are we looking for when we're keeping back breeders? Great question. So on females, what we're looking for is we're looking for a nice wide front, good wide shoulders on the front. Typically hams will develop over time through exercise. We're looking for a good teat count. Usually we don't want to keep anything with a teat count below 14. In case she does have a big litter, at least she does have an opportunity to nurse those and be able to provide for all of them. Typically looking for something that's got a nice flat top line, like this pig right here. Even though she is kind of round for pregnancy, she does have a nice top, nice flat top line there. And also we look for temperament from the mothers. Right now, this mama here who gave birth initially, she has got a super temperament. I mean, she's just as gentle as she can be, even whenever you're around the piglets. Good mothering instinct. That's also something that's hereditary. So we're looking for, yeah, I'll be glad. I'll walk over and show those in the second auto. So we're looking for good temperament, moms that are doing well. We will keep breeding piglets off of those females that exhibit those characteristics particularly. So Fussy Moms, of which this red one is. So this is the second litter that was born. This mom here has been a bit fussy, been a little grumpy with us. She doesn't particularly like getting close. Any of the other pigs that have gotten close to her, she jumps up, runs at them, growls. First mom right here, kind of, this is her nest. This is where she's been hanging out. She wandered over here shortly after, or actually this girl here had just given birth to one. Her piglets followed. This girl jumps up, goes running at her, barking, raising all manners of cane, and I kicked one of the other piglets. That's good instinct in terms of protection, but she also has been a little bit difficult to manage. So we may not keep her for breeding, and we may not keep any of her daughters for breeding. So, those are characteristics that we're looking for. So we're watching their behavior as they give birth and as they care for these piglets. So this is the second litter that was born. She did have, like I said earlier, she gave birth to 10 live, so all of her initial litter was live. Came out yesterday morning, one of those piglets was dead. Don't know what happened. Don't know if she rolled over on it, stepped on it, or exactly, we're just not sure what happened to it. So we did have a death in the nest, and it was a big healthy, it wasn't a runt, it was a big healthy male, good and chunky. So don't know what happened, but so we can just see 4 of them right here. I'll walk around the side and see if we can see some more here in just a second. So I don't want to mess with her too much. She's just a little, like I said, she can be a little fussy. Same as what we saw over here with these others. These piglets will burrow up underneath the edge of that hay and will make themselves just a little, little cubby hole to hang out in. Mom, she's providing warmth here. She's hanging in close to them. So that piece of her mothering instinct is really good. We just don't like her quite as aggressive as she is. But we'll watch her a little farther and see how she flushes out. So everybody up roaming around. This girl here, she's, like I say, she's probably going to be one of the next ones. This will be the last one in this group to Pharaoh. We bred her last. So she's about a month out. Yeah, she's still got a ways to go. So this is the pig that we're watching. A lot of nesting, a lot of swelling, a lot of discharge. Checked her a while ago, full of milk. We think she is really close within the next, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell when she's going to do it, but she's within minutes to hours of actually delivering. I'm gonna run her off of that. So good question, Bill, and I've had that question come up a number of times. Will having these litters in close proximity cause other mothers to kill piglets? No, we've not seen any aggressive behavior from one pig towards any of the piglets. If anything, we've noticed that whenever the piglets come up, or whenever one of the big pigs come up and start sniffing on one of the piglets, lots of times they'll kind of jump back. They're just not real sure what to make of them. So we've not seen any aggressive behavior whatsoever from one pig towards piglets from another pig. Another thing that we do is we keep these groups together. This is something that I learned from our friend Jordan Green at Farm Builder up in Edinburgh, Virginia. These girls, all of these girls are all litter mates. These were all born together. They have always, from the day they were farrowed, and all these girls were farrowed on the same day. These girls have always been together. They've never been apart. So this is a group that's, they've spent their entire lives with each other. So, and also this girl here, she is super gentle. She's always been super gentle. So see, as soon as I come over and rub her and touch her, she rolls up on her side, wants her belly rubbed. So when I say she's in milk, we've got plenty of milk on the teats. So that tells us that she's ready. She's ready to give birth. Ain't you, girl? Yeah, you're feeling a little on the miserable side. Another visitor. This is our non-pregnant red. Go on now. You need to evacuate the area. Checking sister out here. So, Sashina, I live on 10 acres of mixed forest meadowland. Been wondering if raising pigs like this is a possibility. Get that chat back up there. Snows here in southern Oregon, though, and we have no barn or outbuildings. So, yeah, you absolutely can. We farrowed here in the wintertime, in the cold. I don't have any out here on this pasture now, but I do have some portable farrowing huts that we will move around. All right, I think we're back. Got a little signal issue. We have farrowed outside in the winter, in the cold. We do have a couple of portable farrowing huts that we'll move out, fill them with hay that the moms can crawl in and give birth in those. But yeah, and you know, you certainly can plan on when you're going to farrow and you know, inseminate or impregnate those girls 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days out from when you want to do that. So if you don't want to farrow in the cold weather, you just know not to be inseminating or breeding during a time that's going to put you in a farrowing window that's in cold weather. You know, and I mentioned it on the last video, I've gotten a lot of comments about the fact that we don't provide shelter, we don't provide barns, we don't provide farrowing crates or anything like that. And like I tried to explain earlier, you know, our goal here is we want these girls that can manage this on their own without a lot of human interaction and without a lot of infrastructure to make it happen. So that's another characteristic that we look for whenever we're choosing breeders, particularly off of the moms. How did the mom do in this environment? Did she breed okay, or did she farrow okay outside, relatively unassisted? So that's something else we're looking for. Do we farrow all year long? Your school teacher home all summer, but work a lot during the regular school? Yeah, we can farrow all year. We don't care whether we're farrowing in January or July. We just want to make sure that we've got, you know, we know when they're going to farrow and we're prepared for it. No problem, Shashina. Go back and watch. I think we're up to around 200 videos now. So yeah, please go back and watch some of our other stuff. We talk a lot about pastured pigs and pastured poultry, living on a farm, and all that kind of thing. So if you've not watched those, go back and check those out. Yeah, she's got a whole lot of drainage. We're up again, moving around. Very uncomfortable. Yeah, she's very uncomfortable. So this is that nesting behavior that we talk about, you know, scooting that hay around, just making her a nice comfy place to have those babies. Sue Ellen, sorry I skipped your question. Post it again. The chat's popping up and then it's going away, so I'm not seeing it for very long. Yeah, guys, if you've got a question, drop it, and I'm glad to try to answer it. But I'm on the phone, and it's popping up, and then it's going away. It's going away before I can get everything answered because I'm in the middle of a question and I see another one, then it's gone. So if I don't answer, just hit me again. We'll try to answer it for you. $11.5-month-old Gilt. She was born April 15 of 2020. was artificially inseminated with a purebred Berkshire 3 months, 3 weeks, and probably 5 days ago, so about 115, 118 days. Does each pig have their own bale? No problem. Glad to answer those questions. So, did not intentionally intend on them having their own bale. How many teats? I'll get to that. Yep. Did not intend on them having their own bale, but that sort of seems to be the way that it's working out. And I've got some more rolls of hay back up at the house. Teat wise, I think this girl here, I think she's 14 or 15. Yeah, I think she's 14 teats. The first mom that gave birth, she's 14 teats. This girl over here, I think she's 15 if I remember right. Do all the teats have milk? Typically, yes. All the teats do have some milk. Sometimes we've noticed these back teats will be a little, the farthest back and the farthest to the front may be a little less of a flow. But yeah, all the teats typically have milk. Do what? Yeah, that's a good point. So let's see if you can. She's so muddy you can't tell. Does this girl here have them? Sometimes these girls will have teats that are way back here in the back, and they typically don't have milk. Yeah, right here. We can see on this one. Yeah, we are going to be selling some piglets. We've got a list of folks that are interested in piglets going right now. So if you're interested in piglets, send me your contact information, chuck@SheratonParkFarms.com. We're going to end up having 8 pigs to Pharaoh, so hopefully we'll have some piglets and be able to sell a few. Right here, these are a couple of small hind teats back here. They typically, if they do have milk, they don't have a whole lot. All right, for those of you just joining us, we're live from the field right now. We've got this girl right here, Willow Cove Croft, sent an email a few days ago. I think I responded to you. I think I've got everybody caught up. I'll double check and make sure. Would getting a bunch of sisters be the best beginning? You know, I don't know that necessarily sisters would be important as long as you just had these pigs that had been together the whole time. Weather in our area right now, today we're overcast. We're about 68, 70 degrees. Sandra said it was 73 last time she looked. Overcast, breezy. We've had a couple little rainstorms come through today. Had a big storm come through yesterday. Heavy rain for just a few minutes. Night before last, we had this rain of biblical proportions come through. We figured we were going to come out and find a bunch of drowned piglets, but everybody made it through. So typical spring weather in the south. Yeah, Sandra says today's storms have been kind of following them on the radar. They've fallen apart. So again, for those of you joining us, got an 11.5-month-old gilt, was bred to a Berkshire 3 months, 3 weeks, and about 5 days ago now. In imminent birth, heavy milk, a lot of vaginal discharge, heavy breathing, nesting behavior. She is looking like she is about to give birth, so we're kind of following along with her for a little while this afternoon. See what she does. Shooting a video at the same time, so we don't capture any birth here on the live stream because we don't know how long she's going to be. We'll definitely get a little bit on the video that we'll put out. Should have that out in the morning. So be careful where you put your knee down on a farm. You'll put it somewhere wet. She's very uncomfortable. Went to get chicks and came home with ducks. That's a good day. So folks, while we're watching this, give us a thumbs up. Drop me a line in the comment down below where you're from. Had a gentleman come by today, spent a couple hours out here from Accra, Ghana. Interested in farming. He's doing a little bit of pig farming down there. Was in the States for a few days, and so he came by and visited with us. Had a great visit there. Learned a lot about how they do things in their part of the world. Frederick County, Maryland. Appreciate you joining us today. Rob Mercier from Maine. Cabot, Arkansas. It always amazes me, you know, I'm just a little Hanover, Virginia. You know, I'm Northampton, Pennsylvania. The UK, 6 miles north of California, Cascades in Oregon, Cove City, North Carolina, between Newbern and Kinston. Know that area well. UK, North Wales, Northern Colorado, Windy Hills Farm in Norwood, North Carolina. I agree, pigs are just awesome animals. It always amazes me where folks are from and the reach that, you know, we have, and the folks that we come in contact with through this channel. I'm just a dumb old redneck boy from mountains of North Carolina, and it's interesting to me to see where all folks are from, and it's very very satisfying. So let's see, go back here and do a couple more shout outs from where folks are from. Madison County, North Carolina. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Carbon, Texas, about 90 minutes from Fort Worth. Lawrence, Kansas. So under the folks at Gator Golf USA, say hello. They're in Wisconsin. Want me to tell you hi. New Jersey, Saskatchewan, San Antonio, Eastern Shore of Maryland, Decatur, Indiana, Northern California near Frisco, South River, and Ontario, Canada. Got somebody, and there was somebody from South Wales in the UK. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Y'all, that's pretty cool. Where everybody's from. That's so neat. Well, we're up. We're scratching. Trying to find that comfortable position. Yeah. No, she's staying right here at the nest. Yeah, she's very comfortable with us. A lot of discharge. Yep. I think we're just about to see a piglet. Bosnia Herzegovina, Carroll County, Virginia. Is that Carroll County? Sacramento, California. Southern Illinois. Guys, I'm no pig gynecologist, but I think it's about to happen. Clermont-Ferrand, France, West Virginia. Somebody from France, baby. Hey, somebody from France watching the pig in North Carolina having its baby. Isn't that awesome? Dropped that tail like she's tired of holding it up. Chris Meek, super chat for $5, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll use that to buy a little pig feed with. Tomorrow, yes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, the feed truck is running tomorrow. We have like Uber Eats for pigs around here. Feed truck will show up and drop off about 4 tons of feed tomorrow. Denwiddle, Virginia. How far are we from Norwood? So Norwood, is that, what county are you in? I'm thinking Norwood is down around Stanley County, maybe. We're just south of Greensboro. Just south of Greensboro in Guilford County. What'd you say? Yeah, Stanley County, yeah. Seattle, Washington. Where's your phone? So I'm down to 20% on battery. Would you go get the that battery, cable, and then the tripod? UP of Michigan, thank you for joining us. Chris, thank you again for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. We're getting close, y'all. I think we're within minutes. Norwood is east of Charlotte. Yeah. So we're just south of Greensboro. Hey, that was Richard. Hey, Richard, appreciate you joining us. Vancouver, Washington. Palmetto, Georgia, just south of the airport in Atlanta. Thank you, Robert. Glad you joined us. Huntsville, Utah. So, question: what breeds do we use? This girl here, she is half Berkshire. Her mother was just a farm pig, a lot of Duroc in her, and then we bred her to a Berkshire. We use a lot of Berkshire, a lot of Duroc. Sidell, Louisiana. Thank you for joining us. Yes, Sashina, you're spending your Sunday afternoon watching the south end of a northbound pig. Yeah, deep breath and push, Mama, no doubt. There's Siberian, or Scipian. I'm sorry, man. Ed. So Ed was just out here at the farm today. Spent some time with us. Dropped us a super chat for $14.99. Ed, thank you so much, brother. It was great hanging out with you. Enjoyed learning about what you guys are doing down in your neck of the woods, and we really appreciate it. Look forward to hearing back from you and hearing about the changes that you guys make and what you guys do differently on your farm going forward. So super excited about that. Robin Hood Country in England, Henderson, Nevada. Someone else watching from South Africa. Appreciate you joining us. Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, Saunders going to get me an external battery. It popped up 20%, so maybe we can hold out till she can get to the house and get back. 9:40 p.m. in France. Minneapolis, Minnesota is joining us. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us for a little while. Yeah, like Shashina said, we're watching the south end of a northbound pig here. Hoping for some piglets in a few minutes. Got a little moral support over here. Mud-covered pig. Wayne, New Jersey. Hey Vito, thank you for joining us, man. Good to hear from you. Yeah, Saunders she's on the hustle to go get us a battery. Ireland, 8:40 p.m. in Ireland. From Jamaica. Hey, thank you for joining us from Jamaica. Patterson, New York. Yeah, she's got a lot of discharge here. I think she's getting really close. Heavy flow on the discharge. Ed, man, I wish this had been happening when you were here. Yes, David, we do keep bees. Actually, bees was our first foray into the agricultural world. We've been keeping bees now for about 11 years. Yeah, Shelly, that is sisterly love right there. Roll in the mud and come over and hang out with everybody. Vito, yeah, we may have 40 by the end of the day. I don't know how close this girl is. She's next. Best we can tell, she's going to be next. So I think we're probably going to be up to our neck in pigs. Joining us from Italy, thank you. Y'all, we would get up and walk over and check out some of these little piglets over here, but I'm afraid to leave. Allen, Texas, thank you for joining us from Texas. Yeah, she's about to pop, no doubt. Thank you, Angela, appreciate the kind words. Yeah, happy Palm Sunday for those of you that celebrate. Yeah, Tamulo, absolutely. If it wasn't for you folks that are kind enough to spend a little bit of your time watching our videos and checking out what we've got going on here, there would be no Sheraton Park Farms YouTube channel, that's for sure. So we really appreciate the viewers and all the comments and everybody that joins in. Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Italy divided by the Adriatic Sea. Hope those folks are joining us. That's a long way away from North Carolina. Tampa, Florida. 5-year-old thinks there's going to be 11. All right, we'll pull for your 5-year-old. Chris, thanks again. We love y'all. We really appreciate everybody joining in. So that's amniotic fluid. So the amniotic sac is ruptured. So that means that birth is imminent. Got a guess for 12. We had guesses for 12, 14, 10, 11. Hey, Sashina, we didn't know anything about piglets either, and we bought some and just started raising pigs. Sometimes the best education is on-the-job training. Yeah, Vito, the miracle of birth. That's what makes the world go round. Got guesses for 11, 15, 12. I saw a 16 there a while ago. Going for 13 again. Cool 10, that's a nice round number. Yeah, they can have up to 20. I think I don't know if it's a wives' tale or urban legend or what it is, but I heard of a guy that had bought a pig at an auction, livestock auction, loaded it in his trailer, didn't know she was pregnant. I don't know how you couldn't tell this. By the time he got home, she'd given birth to something like 23 piglets. I don't know if that's true or not. I just heard that story one time. Somebody had a sow that had 22. Absolutely, the best way to learn is to do it. Winlock, Washington. Thank you for joining. That's the other side of the country. Jamaica, cool. Yeah, Saunders, I hear her coming. Thought I heard her coming on the. Yeah, I hear her coming on the side by side. So maybe we can get in here maybe we can get this battery hooked up before it dies. Came out, was not expecting to do a live stream, y'all. I mean, this was just, came out, she was nesting. We knew she was close. It was going to happen sometime, and I just said, hey, let's go live and see what happens. See if we can catch this thing on. Film. Watching from Sweden, thank you. How can you tell if it's fluid or urine? So this has a much thicker viscosity, kind of the difference between water and motor oil. This is much thicker. Vito, it's not raining right now. We had a little rain earlier today, overcast, kind of windy, about, I don't know, low to mid 70s here, upper 60s, low 70s, I guess. Very comfortable out. The above 20 is more piglets is not just a story it's happened in your area. Yeah, I would imagine she could. Oh, I'm being attacked by a muddy pig. Gosh almighty. Get me all nasty. Watch out. We're busy here. Christy P, we're just south of Greensboro, North Carolina. We're in the central part of the state. Little village called Pleasant Garden. Kimberly's got 28 sows. That's a bunch of pigs. What you got? Battery. Look at her, y'all. She's beyond awesome, ain't she?
Charging.
Read an article where a sow in Siberia had 12. Yeah, they can have big litters. Did I ever work in labor and delivery? So I did not officially work in L&D, but when I first got started in nursing, I was working at a very small community hospital. It was so small I was the only nurse in the emergency department at night. And sometimes if they had, a mom that was having a little bit of trouble, or had a couple of moms that were in labor giving birth, they would call down, and if I wasn't busy, I would run up and help in labor and delivery a little bit. So don't have any formal experience, wasn't assigned to the unit, but have spent a little bit of time in L&D over the years. Let me have that shoulder pod thing. Milton, Florida. Thank you for joining us. My husband and I raised 14 years, 1,000 of piglets. No, it doesn't get old. That's the thing about it. We've talked about that. We could stand out here and watch these girls have piglets all day long. They're just so cute. Piglets are just awesome. Kentucky's joining us. Let's see. Let's go this way. All right, now drop that thing down. Now, let's see if that don't help with a little bit of the steadiness here. Got something to hang on to this thing with. You heard from Ben and Caitlin? All right, y'all. You are just about to see a baby piglet come into the world. No, they do not. They have both a rectum and a urethra. The anatomy is very similar to, the way the anatomy is structured is very similar to a human. That looks like part of an amniotic sac, doesn't it? Well, she's had a lot of discharge. That looks like a partially intact amniotic sac. Yeah, we're gonna back up off of her just a little bit here. Is a gilt like a heifer? I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that. The difference between a gilt and a sow, a gilt is a female pig that has never had babies. A sow is a pig that has had a litter, at least one litter in the past. Seems like all the farming channels are from North Carolina. Yeah, there are quite a few of us. Us, Stony Ridge Farmer, Justin Rhodes, Sow the Land. All those guys are here in North Carolina. So we've repositioned here, and it looks like she has a partially intact amniotic sac there. It's not completely ruptured, but we've had a lot of discharge. How many litters do we get? We'll leave a girl in production as long as she can wean off at least 8 piglets. So I mean, you know, if she can do that consistently for 4 or 5 years, we'll leave her in production for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, heifer is a gilt and a cow is a sow. That's the same. Yep. Sow Ultra. I'm assuming that's an ultrasound. Yeah, I'd be interested in looking at that. What breed of pig? So this girl here is she is the mama is half Berkshire, half mixed farm pig with a lot of Duroc in it. She was bred to a Berkshire, so these piglets will be 3/4 Berkshire. It's a topper to help with farrowing, okay? Y'all, I don't know how well you can hear me. It's getting kind of windy out here, so I apologize for that. I'm starting to get a lot of nosy neighbors coming around here too. Sounds okay. What do I think of Cooney Cooney? Zero experience with them. Don't have never owned one. Have never owned one. This is this sow's first litter. This is her first pregnancy. What breed do I like the best? I like the Duroc Berkshire as a cross. What's the best breed for helping to clear forested land? Anything that's going to root. Typically, about any breed should do fine for that. Yeah, this is moral support. Yeah, piggy cuddles there. Yeah. So this is a sister to this girl here. Go check that out. See what that's all about. We got some piglets squealing over here on the other side of the paddock, so I'm curious what was going on there. She seems like she's stalling out just a little bit here for some reason. over there sharing a nest. Yeah. Yeah, so first mama and second mama mixed litters of piglets over here, so everybody's kind of hanging out there. Yeah, no, yeah. So this is just a part of the amniotic sac. So this is a little pre-birth kind of stuff. Very early stages of labor. We're going to give her plenty of time and opportunity here. Gloucester, Virginia. Thank you for joining us. So for those that are just coming in or hadn't been here very long, 11.5-month-old Gilt, who is due to Pharaoh. Probably was due a couple days ago, but they'll typically go over a little bit. She is a half Berkshire, and then half her mother was just a farm mixed pig, a lot of Duroc in her. Then she was bred back to a purebred Berkshire. So these piglets are going to be 3/4 Berk. Converse, Texas, New York City joining us. Yeah, the company might be making her a little bit tense, but she's really not paying us a whole lot of attention. Someone made a comment, is she overweight? No, she's actually just about right. She's just very big from pregnancy. We ration these girls. They get 5 pounds of feed per pig per day to try to maintain a good condition on them without a lot of excess fat. Because when they do put on a whole lot of fat, that can retard and cause a lot of problems with the farrowing process, and also with the grow out of the baby. So yeah, she's in good condition. Yeah, I'm amazed 250 people are watching us give birth to a pig, but I appreciate every one of you. Thank y'all for joining us. Go down there and hit that thumbs up. Jacksonville, Texas is joining us. Sahil's channel, yes, I do see you. Or I see the comment anyway. Hey, from Montana. Brazil. Phoenix, Arizona. Let's kind of step away from her for just a minute. I'll show you what we're hoping for here in a few minutes off of this girl. Sonner, if you see a piglet being born, holler at us. Ontario, Canada, thank you for joining us. So this is our first mom. Actually, we got a little bit of cross nursing, trying to get a little, no, maybe not. This is our first mom and her group of piglets. She gave birth to 14, 13 were live, and then we had one that was crushed in the, we think it was crushed in the nest. Scotland, UK, Roanoke, Virginia, Cushman, Arkansas, everybody jumping on here. Appreciate you joining us. Gave birth to 14, 13 live, had one die in the nest. Then our other girl over here gave birth to 10, and she had one that we found dead in the nest. It was a big, healthy boar piglet, so I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, George is joining us. Paris, France. Saunders running back to the house. We got some family coming over. So a couple little boys. They might get to see some piglets being born here in a few minutes. Do we clip teeth? Called needle teeth. Sometimes the moms will reject them because it hurts too much. No, we do not clip teeth. I don't clip teeth, and I don't dock tails. We do castrate the male piglets if we're going to keep them out for feeders. Yeah, sometimes the moms will reject them. I've never had that issue. Have never had a mom reject. Lake Worth, Florida joining us. Yes, Mr. Grow, this is live. This is absolutely live. No, we do not give iron shots. These pigs are out on dirt, so we don't supplement them with an iron shot. Yes, this is her first time farrow. Watching from Colorado Springs, thank you. Yeah, this is a little bit more of a traditional way of farming. We're out here in the middle of the field, and as y'all can see, there are no structures, no barns, no sheds, no huts, no farrowing crates. We want these pigs to farrow on their own, be as self-sufficient as they possibly can. This is a trait that we're looking for, is a pig that can do this on her own. I'm from Esbirajon. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Next year I want to come to America for pig business and farming. If I put $15,000 towards this business, after how many years will I be a millionaire? Please help me. Don't know. Depends on your business acumen and can you develop a market, and a lot of different variables there. Pig farming can be profitable, but you've got to find ways to be effective and be efficient, and produce a high quality product. Ontario, Canada. Husband's been planning on starting a farm. I think you absolutely should. I think we need more people raising food and on family farms and raising animals and caring for them like they should. Here's Peggy from Lake Placid, Florida. Orange, Texas. Largest litter to date, 14. 14 born, 13 of them were alive. There was one that was stillborn, but 14's been the biggest one so far. John Grindstaff, Weaverville, North Carolina. I know Weaverville and I know John. Johnny, I appreciate you joining us. Hope the goats are doing well. Common Core Math, we had a little discussion about that the other night. I tried counting piglets. I didn't do any better than Sandra did, so should have took my shoes off to get my numbers right. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hoping we got some piglets here in a few minutes. Yeah, wild pigs do this all the time, out in the open air, on their own. Yeah, I could call each of the piglets, name them after some of the countries that are joined in. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I have to go back and review the chat and get all the names. How much does a piglet normally sell for? There's a wide range. I've seen commodity pigs that sell for 20 and 30 bucks a piece. Our piglets are going to be 125. Got a friend, he sells his for 135. See lots of pigs around for 75 and 80, so it depends. One thing that we try to encourage on folks that are interested in buying from us is this is the behavior that we look for. Pigs that do well outside, low maintenance, on pasture, can farrow unassisted. There's a lot of value in that. Chuck, can I become a trillionaire in 6 months with pigs? Absolutely. If you start with what would be a quadrillion, I guess. Yeah. Holland, Michigan. Glad you joined. Yeah, hey Hillary, thank you for joining us. D'Hanis, Texas. Thank you for jumping on. Do I have a video on how to castrate male piglets? Yes, I've done a couple of videos on how to castrate male piglets. We done one just probably about a month and a half ago. It's called DIY Piglet Castration. Save yourself expensive vet bills. Go back to the channel and go through the videos. It's fairly recent. It's not too far. Do they prefer meadow or forest? I really don't know. We're kind of out here. They've got a little bit of cover with some woods back here in this section. They're in a pretty open field, and we do give them a couple of these hay bales to burrow up in. We feed these girls 5 pounds per pig per day. Once they're lactating, they'll go to 15 pounds per pig per day just because these piglets pull them down. The Sunday Golden Corral crowd is expanding. Yes, they are. Here's the buffet. Right there's the buffet from earlier this morning. They done cleaned it out. Chocolate fountain's gone. So we how do we select pigs to farrow outside? We picked these pigs off of a couple of moms that done this very thing and farrowed outside and done well with it. So that's how we done that. So do we always use artificial insemination? In the past we have, because we did not have a boar. We now have boars on the farm. Going forward, we will be doing a natural breeding program, primarily because whenever you get more than, for us, and I'm not good at record keeping, whenever you get more than 4 or 5 pigs, cycles, dates, all that kind of thing, it's tough to keep up with those. Maintain enough semen on hand so that you got everybody covered, but you don't have a lot of money tied up in semen that's not going to get used. We buy our semen, in the past I bought it from Shipley Swine Genetics up in Ohio, $25 a dose. By the time you buy the dosing and pay for the overnight shipping and materials and all that kind of thing, it costs about $100 to inseminate a pig. So you don't want that stuff to go to waste. So we try to be efficient with it. So yeah, we're going to go over to utilizing a boar. How long do I think it will take before a pig can become profitable? It depends. If you're growing out for a feeder, you can make a feeder profitable. On these girls here, if they have good litters and they do well, and the piglets, excuse me, the piglets are healthy, this girl here could potentially be profitable this time around. How old do we wait to castrate? We typically will castrate around 6 to 8 weeks. After she gives birth, once she weans off, we'll let her have 1 heat cycle, then we'll put a boar in with her. So we'll rebreed her pretty quick. Australia, please hurry. Yeah, this guy's got to go to work, baby. Can you get on with this deal? Or Michelle, I'm sorry, Michelle has to go to work. We got to get rolling here. Yeah, it is better to have a boar. You think about how many pigs that a boar can impregnate and how many piglets that a boar can produce over their life. Boar costs to maintain boars can become pretty negligible pretty quick. Yes, these are yes, Willow Cove. These are artificially inseminated pigs. We'll let these girls have litters as long as they continue to wean 8 piglets per time. So it's not uncommon for a pig to stay in production for 4, 5, 6 years if they continue to do well. Yeah, baby's gonna come when baby's gonna come, no doubt about it. Didn't sneeze. I got kind of a tickle in my throat. Did I end up liking the poly rope? Love it. It is not on this paddock, but I bought some Speed Right. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's Speed Right. It's a much thicker wire. It's red and white. I think it's got 9 filaments running through it. Extreme wire. I think it's called Speed Right Extreme Wire. Works great. Love it. Yeah, Willow Cove, as soon as it starts raining, that's when she's going to have these. More onlookers. She's very uncomfortable. This is pretty typical behavior, what we've seen in the past. Semen will generally is good for typically about 7 days, and we refrigerate it at I think it's 62 degrees. Once we get it, it's good for about 7 days. Christy P asked, what do we need to get started with pigs? So I've done a video, what does it cost to get started with pastured pigs? Go check that out. Very simple equipment there, and exactly, everything you need to get started with a group of pigs. Look here, this is coming to help. She's bringing some hay over. Check out that video. If you go to to our YouTube channel, that's one of the first videos that pops up. If the pig is cheap, does that mean it's not a good pig? No, not at all. First pigs we bought, I think I paid 60 bucks a piece for them. The mothers off of these, I think I paid 75 for them. They're getting ready to farrow their third time around, and they've been fantastic pigs. So no, cheap pigs doesn't necessarily mean low quality, but know what you're looking for. When you go out to a farm to buy pigs, you want to see the whole operation, not just some cherry-picked pigs that may be in a pen. See where all the other pigs are at. See what kind of condition the mom is in. Can you see the mom on site? Can you see all the operation of those pigs being raised and grown in an environment and in a way that matches up with your with your value system, and make a decision like that. So cost doesn't always equal quality, but at the same time, you get what you pay for. Yeah, this girl here brought her a little hay over. This one's not even pregnant, and she's helping the nest. Do I ever consider the mule foot? I have not considered the mule foot. Now I really enjoy the pigs that we've got. I mean, we've kind of tapped into what we feel is a good genetic line here, and everybody's they do well in our system and on our farm and how we raise pigs, and so we're very happy with what we're doing. Avoid pure breeds at first. Just get affordable pigs to start with. Verify the functionality of your system before spending big money. Would 100% agree with that. Would 100% agree with that. Will these pigs end up at the butcher when they stop production? Good litters? Yes, they will eventually go to the butcher. So I don't know that you can get a pig that's necessarily too old for good meat. Once they get older, you're probably not going to get a lot of good cuts in terms of the loin. The pork chops the loin chops may be okay, but typically what we would do on an older pig is turn the entire thing into sausage. Yeah, the red one is going to get another chance. We want to try a boar with her. We never could get her heat cycle timed down just right. She was always very finicky on her heat cycle, and so that was a little bit of a challenge getting her timing just right. So we'll put a boar on her and see if that'll work. I want to use a tripod here, make it a little easier. There, let's see how that goes. Yeah, old pigs can be better. Actually, we've eaten. I'm going to equate this a little bit to beef. I've eaten some beef off of some older cows, and it was actually much better than those 18 and 20 months old. The red pig is not pregnant because we couldn't never get her heat cycle time. She was very inconsistent on when she was going into heat, so we had trouble getting her heat cycle down so that we could inseminate her. We typically will butcher on our feeder pigs at 325 to 350 pounds. That's kind of the sweet spot. Is inbreeding a thing with pigs? Yes, it can be a thing with pigs. The old tale is if it works, it's line breeding. If it doesn't work, it's inbreeding. We try to keep a little bit of genetic variation in these with the artificial insemination. Now we could go back and artificially inseminate again, pick a couple pigs out and do that, so that we could get some fresh genetics in there. I'm guessing she's probably going to have 12 or 13. We'll breed them twice a year. We'll breed these pigs twice a year. How can we determine when a pig's in heat? Based on her behavior. Typically what they'll do is they'll start rooting around the other pigs, become a little bit more aggressive. They'll have some vaginal discharge. We'll spray them with a little bit of boar spray, and they'll go into what's called a standing heat. Well, y'all, when I started this, I figured it'd be about 10 minutes, but here we are, almost an hour and 20 minutes later. When do I think she'll have them? I thought she was going to have them about an hour ago. But here we are, an hour and 20 minutes later, and still not. Yeah, we avoid inbreeding by swapping out boars. We've got 4 boars, so we'll make sure that we don't have fathers on daughters. Yeah, she'll farrow 10 minutes after the rain starts. Yep, you're exactly right. The minute I turn this camera off is when she'll have them. Land race, don't have any experience with a land race. No, we don't move into a shelter. She will farrow right here in this hay bale, and that's where the piglets will stay. They'll use the hay bale as their shelter. Which has been easier, pigs or sheep? Pigs by far. What signs of behavior would start to make me concerned about a birth? So, if she just completely stalls out and doesn't make any progress, then that would concern us a little bit. She's really not, she had some amniotic fluid, so we're not concerned yet. This is just a process that takes time. What kind of place or business is Sheraton Park Farm? So we're just a small local family farm, regenerative ag. We raise chickens for meat, chickens for eggs, pigs for meat, sheep, turkeys, and we got a few pet goats around. We sell primarily retail, direct to the customer. Everything's raised here on our farm except for our beef. Everything's raised right here on the farm. In local North Carolina, we source local feeds, and we, like I say, we sell right back directly to the customer. We're not the big conglomerate. I don't answer to stockholders, I answer to customers, and that makes all the difference in the world. Yeah, Lamb Chop's a sweetie. Lamb Chop, for those of you who don't know, Lamb Chop is our bottle, one of our two now. We now have 2 bottle baby lambs. Lamb Chop's down the barn. Yeah, pigs are like a pest dispenser. Yeah, once she gets started, she'll pop them out like a pest dispenser, no doubt. What's the weather and temperature? Weather, we're about high 60s, low 70s, a little overcast, a little bit breezy right now. At night, we're getting down into the upper 40s, so they'll be perfectly fine out here in this environment. Yeah, we'll keep some additional piglets for breeding purposes later on. Are we able to send some bacon up north? So we have tried a little bit of shipping with our friend Vito. We're batting 50%. First shipment went well. Our first shipment did not go well. Second shipment went better. If you will send me an email, chuck@sheratonparkfarms.com, I'll be glad to talk with you about it, figure out where you're at, what kind of time we'd be looking at in terms of number of days of shipping, how much product you want, and we'll discuss all the particulars. When did we get started? We got our first animals on. All right, sorry about that. We're buffering a little bit. How many acres do we farm? So we own 20 acres. We lease an additional 12, so we're farming on 32 right now. So some of Saunders' family has joined us. This is her cousin Ben, his wife Caitlin, and their boys Cole and Clyde. They came down to see the new baby piglets. Yeah, pigs do love forests. Wooded areas are great for pigs. They're good land clearing animals. They do well in the forest, especially if you've got some hardwood trees that are dropping some mast, some acorns, something like that. Great source of protein. So, question about what did Michael charge for the chicken tractor? Don't know what he's going to charge. This was built for us as a demo, for us to feature on the channel and just to try out. So reach out to Michael. He can give you a price. I'm not sure. I think he does vary his price depending on exactly what you want. If you want wire on, want wire off, a tarp, size, a lot of different variables there. So I'm not sure what he's gonna end up charging on those. Ruthin Lake Worth, Chuck, do you ship bacon and cuts? Yes, so I mentioned that a minute ago. Somebody was asking, do we ship bacon? I have done a shipment with our friend Vito up in New York. We're 50-50. First shipment did not go well. Second shipment went better. We kind of figured out a little bit of logistics on that. If you will send me your information to chuck@sheratonparkfarms.com, we'll be glad to talk about details with you. How much product do you want? Where do you live? What would the shipping time look like? We need to keep shipping to within a couple days because the dry ice just doesn't last that long. But be glad to talk with you about it. Be more than happy to. Yeah, Saunders antics crack me up too some days. Planted pines, yeah, pigs will do fine in a planted pine. Yeah, JP, it's windy up here. Is it windy down y'all's place? I bet it is. Kind of overcast. Sort of a crummy day. Wish the sun would come out. Yeah, you can put any sort, yeah. So Wendy, your beard won't stay put. I bet so. Oh, let's see. We've changed our orientation. I've been reading comments. Got 254 people from all over the world watching the feed. All right, guys, I stepped away for just a minute. Let me go back here and catch up here. Nope, nothing yet. There's Mrs. JP joining the party. How far apart do we keep our boars from the sows? They are a couple hundred yards. Well, probably 100 yards. So we'll move them up a little closer when it's time. Yep, nothing yet, nothing yet. Gonna start a small farm. Yeah, we believe that there needs to be more folks doing small farm. The advice I would give you, pick a single animal and start with a single animal and learn that animal before you add additional livestock to your farm. No piglets so far. So yeah, how do we determine our prices? We do use the North Carolina Weekly Pastured Pig, Pork and Poultry reports whenever we're pricing. We use that as part of a determining factor. We also account for cost and input and that kind of thing. Matty O'Reiki, sorry if I mispronounced your name, 11.5-month-old gilt, artificially inseminated about 117 days ago, expecting piglets today. We've seen some signs of birth, but we're just not there yet. No, she's not pushing much now. Everything seems to have slowed down. Barbara Thomas, thank you for joining us. Pop some popcorn. Yeah, hang out. Chris Pro, $5 super chat. Chris, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We've got the feed trucks coming tomorrow, 4 tons of feed. So we'll use that to feed some of these critters. But I really appreciate that $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Wet areas are good for piglets. They are. One problem, we've had a lot of rain around here this winter. So we've had some erosion issues. So that's another reason for the hay bales. We use them to mitigate some of our erosion problems and stop some of the water, slow some of the water down. JP's rooting for 23 piglets. Man, that'd be awesome. Mama would probably not do well, but 23 piglets would be awesome. Yes, this is her first time. How much does feed cost? We're paying $9.50 per 50 pounds right now. So we're $19 on the 100. Want one of those piglets in your pocket? Yeah, they're small enough to go in a pocket. Ain't no doubt about it. Oh, 23 piglets. Yeah, so yeah, 23 piglets from the other 2 farrowings. Right now we're at 21. We've had 2 that have died in the nest. One of them I think Mama laid on, and the other one I'm not sure what happened. It had big piglet, big male piglet, just came down yesterday morning and it was dead in the nest. So not sure what happened there. Johnny Vanoy, you've shown us some really nice piglets in the past few days. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. We've been blessed. We've had some really nice piglets in the past few days. So. Weather here, yeah, overcast, windy, high 60s, low 70s. That is a conventional feed. Yeah, it's a conventional feed. We don't use an organic or a non-GMO feed. Yeah, she's settled way down. My mom used to keep runts and extras as house pets. Had an interesting childhood. I bet so. Critters everywhere. Sandra wants a porch pig. Hay bales. I buy these hay bales from another farm about 10 minutes from here. And these are primarily Berkshire Duroc crosses. Meat birds we raise from the Freedom Ranger hatchery. We raise their color yield. Good bird, grows out in about 9 weeks, 4 to 5 pound carcass. Had a lot less mortality with those than we have with the Cornish cross in the past. Mrs. JP and the Bulldog, team porch pig. Kate Whittington said she's on team porch pig. Yeah. Kate, Sandra gave you a thumbs up on that. Yeah. General mortality for runts, I don't know. We've only lost. I had one runt that a friend of mine took, and it's pregnant now. It's doing great. So, not sure what the mortality percentage would be. One runt for porch, yeah. Yeah, Glenn, we're going to sell some piglets. I've got a list of folks that are interested in piglets. If you want to send me your contact information, if you're interested, send me your contact information to chuck@SheratonParkFarms.com. Be glad to add you to the list. Green Power NC, one of your last videos, you said you had some haters. I do pasture pigs, give them farrowing huts, and half the time they still like the hay bale in the middle and use that. Yeah, these girls they're gonna gravitate towards what they like and what they want to farrow in. Yeah, instead of the hut with crush bars and everything, I think out of my last 5 farrowings, the hut was used once. Yeah, so I've built a couple of farrowing huts, and we used them one time. Second time, I had 2 huts in the pasture and hay bales, and they went right for the hay bales and stayed out of the huts. Y'all, appreciate you hanging out with us for a little while this afternoon. This is one of our 11.5-month-old gilts. This is her first pregnancy. She was artificially inseminated about 117 days ago to a pure Berkshire. Have seen a lot of imminent signs of birth, a lot of nesting behavior. She's in full milk, a lot of vaginal discharge, uncomfortable. So we're just kind of waiting on some piglets to show up now. I thought we were going to have them a few minutes ago, but she kind of settled back in and has not delivered yet. Yeah, Johnny, you're right. You can build all the huts in the world. You can't make them use them, that's for sure. Full disclosure, piglets being cute has swayed me from pork products. Nevertheless, the lack of screaming pigs and piglets here shows this is the right way instead of factory crates. Couldn't agree more. I've seen folks use farrowing huts. I'm not hating on people that use farrowing huts, but that seems just a little bit torturous to me. Why'd you not use your male piglets to inseminate? They're not old enough yet. All of my males are still pretty young, small. I think the oldest male I've got is about 5 months old. Like a boar if at all possible. So Glenn, just email me your contact information. Email it to chuck@sheratonparkfarms.com. We're going to try to sell some of these piglets later on this year. Got a big list of folks. Want to be as fair as we can, and send me your contact info and we'll add you on the list. Be more than happy to. Sheraton Park Farms Farrowing Watch Party 2021. Where else would we be? There's nowhere else to be, man. This is where you need to be, right here, watching Mother Nature do her job. Pigs preferred the huckleberry bush with the pine straw in it. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. I would think that having the free space of the hay bales would reduce the chances of mamas laying on the pigs. Yeah, so let's walk down here and we'll show you all this. Yeah, if I can figure out how to get this. Huh? They moved in over there? Okay. So the other night we had a torrential rainstorm, and I had one of the mamas had delivered right here under this or on this hay bale. So the other night during the rain, those piglets burrowed up and under this hay bale right there, and mama laid here in front, and so that provided all of the protection and warmth and dryness that they needed. So they'll use those hay bales for shelter. So the hay bales are actually very beneficial for these girls. Yeah, so where I'm going with that is, yeah, that reduces the chance. That gives them an opportunity to get away from mom and not be in her way when she goes to lay down. We're in, where we're located, we're in central North Carolina, just south of Greensboro, just a little community called Pleasant Garden. What happens to the prospective sows we found we can't breed, like the one from the video 6 months ago. So I've got one that we tried to breed 3 months ago. We never could get her heat cycle down. We're going to try her one time with a boar, see if she'll take that way. If not, she'll go to processing. Yeah, Mother Nature's natural crossbar in the hay bale. She is half Berkshire, half farm mix pig. Her mother was just a farm mix, and then we bred her mother to a Berkshire boar, artificial inseminated. She's an artificial insemination piglet when she was born. Yeah, so pigs, so on our feed we put a mineral pack in with the feed. I don't have a bag tag in front of me, but yeah, we do supplement them with some minerals. Any other animals we're thinking about adding to the farm? No, right now I think we're pretty much capacity on what we can do. We do, like I said earlier, chickens for meat, chickens for eggs, turkeys, sheep, and pigs. I've got a couple baby goats. They'll probably just end up being pets. So for the acreage we're on, we're probably at capacity on types of animals that we're going to do right now. If we were to add anything, I might add a couple of small cows, like a Dexter breed or something small like that. Have you done a video documenting standing heat, since we might be able to follow the normal behavior effect would be? Yeah, so I have done a couple of videos on standing heat and on artificial insemination. If you'll go to the channel and then click on videos, scroll down. We've done one pretty recently, probably about 3 months ago now, on artificial insemination, and there's some good footage on there of standing heat. Is the rule of thumb 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days a good one? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's 115 days is the normal gestation. This girl here and her mother, or this girl's mother right here, she typically was about 117 days anyway, and so it seems like that's kind of a bit genetic. Yeah, Bobby, I'm hoping she's about ready. Wind's picking up here. Do farrowing pigs pasture well together? Yes, absolutely they do. We've got 7 girls in this group right now, 6 of which are pregnant, set to farrow. I'll show you kind of what's happening over here on the other side. I'll step away from her for just a second. She'll give birth. So these are the first 2 girls that have farrowed in this bunch, and this is what they're doing. This is the first one that farrowed. This is the second one that farrowed. We got piglets everywhere. So yes, pigs do farrow well together. But one thing that we do, we don't mix in pigs. All of these pigs are either sisters or first cousins that were farrowed on the same day. So they're all the same age. They have always, let's see, I've got a couple more. I got one up here, a couple over there in the woods. These girls have spent their entire lives together. They've never been separated from birth. All these girls have always been together. So appreciate everybody joining us. For those of you that may have just showed up, we're out here with one of our 11.5-month-old gilts who was bred about 117 days ago to a purebred Berkshire via artificial insemination. She's been showing signs of labor today, a lot of nesting behavior. She's in full milk, had a lot of vaginal discharge. So we think we're going to see some piglets here anytime now. This is Mother Nature. She's completely unpredictable on when this is going to happen, but we're going to hang out here for a little while and see if we can catch some live piglet birth. So Jonas, once those girls go into standing heat, that's the appropriate time, and we will artificially inseminate. We will typically use 3 doses. Once we determine they're in heat, we'll give them a couple of hours to kind of get get heat going. We'll dose them, wait about 8 hours, dose them again, wait another 8 hours, and dose them again. So we'll give them 3 doses. For a pig to be fully impregnated, it takes multiple doses of semen for her to be fully impregnated. So that's the trick on that we found. How much of your sales come from farmers markets versus return customers from other sources? Probably 85% of our retail cut sales are from farmers markets. At the farmers market, there is a huge, the majority of those sales are from repeat customers. We do have some on-farm business. We have some folks that intentionally come out to pick up, call ahead. Sometimes we have folks that just show up, hey, I found you on the internet, have you got some eggs for sale? But 85% of our sales are direct to customer at a farmer's market. How expensive is to dose on insemination? We buy from Shipley Swine. They were, back during the winter, running specials. We were buying semen for $25 a dose. By the time you buy the semen, pay for the overnight shipping, it was about $100 to inseminate a pig. Do you ever do full real hot dogs? Processing? So we were going to get our processor to do hot dogs last year, and whenever COVID hit and they got so busy, they stopped doing hot dogs. We were excited to try those. I talked to another farmer who had really encouraged me, said that he done well with hot dogs, but we weren't able to make it work just because the processor shut that line down. Speaking of markets, when do those start back up? Next Sunday, next Saturday, the Saturday before Easter, the market at Clemens, we're going to do an Easter market out there. High Point starts up April, I think it's 17. So you guys that come, Miss JP, you guys that come to us at High Point, I think we're starting out there. Look and see if April the 17th is on a Saturday, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, come up to Clemens next Saturday and see us. We'll be out there 8:30 in the lot right beside the YMCA, right there in the village of Clemens. No, Daryl, we've not gotten any yet. It's overcast, it's windy. It rained for just a few minutes earlier today, but didn't rain much, but we don't have any storms right now. But I'm afraid we may be getting one. What's the male to female ratio of boars and sat? If you're talking about piglets, typically it does end up being about 50-50. Does the county have any restrictions on running swine, like maximum number of head count, since you're not doing an enclosed industrial hog operation? No, I've never seen or heard anything about any kind of restrictions on numbers of pigs that we can have. Tell a guy no. We don't go to Southern Pines or Sanford. I would imagine either one of those would probably be a bang-up market. how many females can one boar serve? Typically what we'll do is we will put 2 into a group. You get better coverage with 2 boars on your sow groups. 2 to 20, 2 to 25 would probably be plenty. Derek, where exactly are y'all at? We'll start breeding. So after these girls here wean off, this group that they're having now, we'll put the boars in on the next round. So it'll probably be 12 weeks, 3 months, give or take a little bit. Was around 300, but not sure what the parade. Yeah, so I did not know that. Yeah, we're not anywhere close to 300 right now. I think I got 57 on the farm. About 20 miles east of Fayetteville. Yeah, you guys are farther east than us. Turkeys and chicks are doing great. Still got the 10 turkeys that were left out of the batch of 30 where we lost the 20 from the Postal Service. They're doing fine. And then all the chickens, everybody, we typically have a little bit of loss in the brooder and that kind of thing, but otherwise everybody's doing great. Had good luck with 2 sows lactating at the same time. Babies getting rations from both. Did Big Mom and Little Mama both Pharaoh at the same time, and have you seen that? So have not seen any cross nursing yet, but yes, we absolutely saw that on Big Mama and Little Mama last time around. There was a lot of cross nursing over there. Yeah, the hatchery gave us a credit on those that we lost. They gave us a credit for 20 turkeys. So guys, real quick shameless plug. We're going to be doing a pasture pig workshop here at Sheraton Park Farms coming up in May. Small group, going to be limited to 20 folks. Half the day will be in the classroom. The other half will be out on pasture. We'll do some fencing demonstrations, some weaning training pen demonstrations. We should have some male piglets to castrate, so we'll show you how to castrate your own pigs. We're going to do a farm to table meal. So if you're interested in that, go over to SheratonParkFarms.com. Up at the top, click on workshops, tours, and more. Scroll down to the Pasture Pig Workshop, May 16 maybe. Don't remember the date right off. But if you're interested, please go over there and sign up. Again, we're limited to 20 folks, so we'll have lots of time for question and answer. Nice small intimate group. We'll be right here on the farm. You'll see all these pigs, everything we're doing out here. So if you're just getting started in pasture pigs, you're interested in getting started in pasture pigs on your farm or your homestead, and want to learn a little bit of the ins and outs and put some hands-on stuff, not just theory, but actually put your hands on and see these pigs and see what we do. Go over there, click on that. We'd love to have you come out and join us. Have we processed any of the former moms? No, we have not. That was Big Mama and Little Mama. They're the only 2 that have farrowed up until this group, so they're still here. Both of them are pregnant. Daryl, appreciate you joining us, man. Thanks for jumping on for a little bit. How many do they slip every day? Don't know if we're going to be videoing any of the pasture pork workshop yet. We're going to see how that works out. We may try to capture some of that and do like some mini courses on some of the things that we're talking about there. We got to get that figured out. What income percentage is raising, selling pigs on our farm? So we've not sold any pigs yet. In the retail cut world, what we sell direct customers, pork accounts for probably about 60% of our sales. Where do we order our chicks and turkeys from? We order our chickens from, meat chickens come from Freedom Ranger Hatchery. Egg chickens come from Hoover Hatchery, and our turkeys come from Hoover Hatchery. Are we going to do a chicken processing workshop anytime soon? Yes, Crystal, we are going to be doing a chicken processing workshop. June, I think the date is June the 6th. Again, go over to SheratonParkFarms.com, click on workshops, tours, and more. Scroll down, the chicken processing workshop is on there. Full day of all things chickens. We'll be doing a little bit of a pasture walk. We'll see some chickens in a brooder, some chickens out on pasture. We're going to limit those classes to 10 people. Everybody will have plenty of opportunity to hands-on kill, scald, pluck, eviscerate, cut up, package, all things pastured poultry. You'll get to take a chicken home with you, ready to put in the oven, on the grill, in the stew pot, however you want to do it. We'll do a farm-to-table meal that day as well, limiting that to 10 folks so everybody has plenty of opportunity to get hands-on. Again, SheratonParkFarms.com. Go to our workshops, tours, and more to find out more details on that. Yeah, I think she is contracting. She's still pretty uncomfortable. I'm expecting her any time. Haven't seen our rent and board farmhand around in a while. Is he still with us? Yeah, David is still here. David's working today. David has been a godsend for us. He's much better at construction than I am. He done a line share work on the Eggmobile, done a fantastic job there. And spends a couple days out here with us each week doing chores and just helping around, and works out great. Do we have a local chicken processor in our area? There are a couple, but we elect to process here on farm. We've got our own equipment. We do small batches. Got some folks that come out and help us from time to time, so we do that. Teleguy 87. Cool to see everybody from the region. His farm, White Tree Farm, is about 20 minutes south of Southern Pines. The channel's been extremely helpful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope we're sharing some good information you folks can put to use. Yeah, her breathing seems to have picked up a little bit. She's not up and down quite as much as she was. So, how long before we wait to assist? You know, we're going to wait a while. We're going to give her every opportunity to have these piglets. Right now, I don't feel like there's any need to try to help her. She's a first-time mom. Her labor is probably going to be a little longer than a second, third, or multiple time sow. So we're just going to give her an opportunity here to do her thing. Feel like Sandra and I have a lot on our hands. How long does our farm chores take today? So actually, our farm chores are not that bad. We do the majority of our chores in the morning. Feed, water, fence. Everybody gets feed, water, fence checked in the morning. We can do morning chores in about an hour. Evening chores, right around, everybody gets a real quick check, make sure everybody's in good shape. Collect eggs. Evening chores take us about 30 minutes, so we spend, on average, between an hour and a half and 2 hours a day doing chores. We try to set up systems so that our chores don't take up a huge portion of our day, so that we have more time to devote to projects and improving things, marketing, YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. So our chores, we spend about about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day on chores. At least that's where we're at right now. Green Power NC Super Chat for $49.99. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for chipping that in. Like I said, the feed buggy's coming tomorrow. Feed truck's coming tomorrow, so we'll put all that towards feeding these girls. But thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot to us. We really appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the monetary donation as well. Thanks again. How many live animals are we juggling? Gosh almighty. So right now we got about 57 pigs. There's 52 meat chickens. Somebody get a calculator here. Keep up with me. I got 57 pigs. There's 52 meat chickens. There's about 300 egg chickens. 22 sheep. 10 turkeys. And 2 goats. Somebody give me that number right quick. Got to go dinner? Yeah, come back and join us. We may be here for a little while longer. We may have to break off. Like I said, we got some company up here. Saunders' cousin and his wife and their kids came over. So yeah, Green Power, thank you again. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and really appreciate the super chat. Rebecca Skaggs says that's 443. Okay, I'll take it. That sounds about right. Mrs. JP's asking about the dogs. So let's add the dogs. So we got 2 dogs and a cat. So that's another 6. So 446 and then 2 people. So 448 lives around this farm, and that's what farming's all about. Is about the life on the farm, not anything else, but about the life. What do I do with the sheep and the goats? The goats were given to me under duress. They were forced upon me by Jamie Miles over at Seven Stands Farm. Go check Jamie and his YouTube channel out over at Seven Stands Farm. Jamie's an old friend of mine, and Saunders, we both used to work with him whenever we were paramedics and riding a truck. Jamie was a partner of ours, so we've seen and done a lot with Jamie. But the goats were given to us by Jamie under duress. I did not intend to get goats. Saunders worked a deal out with him. They're primarily pets. Sheep. Sheep are here to eat grass, and then we also do sell a bit of lamb. So yeah, sheep and goats are ruminants for us. Rebecca and Richard had it before we even gave them the numbers. Yeah, you guys have been paying attention. If you ever do hot dogs with real sheep intestine casings, good pork beef mix, oh, absolutely. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, we would love to do some good locally grown hot dogs. Piedmont Custom Meats, like I said, they shut their hot dog line down when the COVID thing kind of came about, and they were short on help, and they got so busy. So we're going to keep on them. We'd love to get some hot dogs in inventory. Slightly more interested in sheep. Sheep are good animals. We've had a lot of parasite issues with sheep, so we've had some worming issues that we've had to work through. But I love the sheep. They're great at mowing grass. They're good animals to keep around. They're a good addition to the farm. All right, we're getting a little squirmy here. All right, guys. Washington State. Can you use picks and wood chips to make it less? Yeah, you certainly could use wood chips. Wood chips will compost out really nice. Do we shear sheep? No, we have hair sheep. They shed off in the winter, or they shed off in the spring and summer. Yeah, I imagine real hot dogs are much better than those bright leaf deals. Yep, hair sheep. Yep, hair sheep. That's a good idea. A good heavy bristle brush. Need to get one of those. Are you allowed on-farm slaughter? So no, we don't. Well, we could, but I couldn't sell it. For us to sell meat to the public, we have to have it done at a USDA inspected facility. So we use a facility that's about 30 minutes from here. They do a great job for us. Joel Luca, 1999 Super Chat. Joel, thank you so much. We really appreciate that support. That means a lot to us. Appreciate you watching, joining in. We see that you comment from time to time. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the donation there. Like I said a while ago, feed truck's coming tomorrow. We'll get 4 tons of feed tomorrow. So every penny of that $19.99 will absolutely go to feeding these pigs. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. Still about 100 people that haven't given the video a like. Yeah, give me a like. Give me a thumbs up there. Thumbs up are quick. Doesn't cost a penny. Yeah, go down and hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. That means a lot to us. Anytime you're watching our videos, y'all, that helps us out more than y'all can imagine. Just hit that thumbs up. That tells YouTube that you're interested in the content, that you like what you're seeing. They will push that out to more and more folks. More folks will have an opportunity to click on our videos and watch them. So anytime you're watching our videos, please hit that thumbs up. That just makes all the difference in the world. So thank you so much. And leave us a comment, even if it's nothing but thanks for the video. Just drop us a comment anytime you can. That makes a world of difference. Thank y'all so much. Portland, Oregon in the house. Thank you for joining us from Portland, Oregon. It's like I said a while ago, it is so humbling to me. You know, we live in Greensboro. We live in, right outside the 4th largest city in North Carolina, but I grew up in one of the smallest counties in North Carolina, up in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it is humbling to me beyond belief that there are folks all over the world that are interested in what we're doing. So thank y'all so much. It really means a lot to us. YouTube question. Do you get revenue from the YouTube people with premium subscriptions? Yes, we do. Folks that are premium that watch the videos, we do get a very small percentage. I think on average, we have to have maybe 1,000 views from premium subscribers to get a couple dollars. It's not much, but yeah, we do get a little bit of YouTube premium money. Yeah, the likes help with the YouTube algorithm. Absolutely, yeah. We appreciate the thumbs up. So anytime y'all do that, that tells YouTube that you like the content, you enjoy the content, and that other people should see it, and they will tend to make it show up on your recommended screen. Whenever you first bring YouTube up, you see all those recommended videos. Every time you hit that thumbs up, that helps YouTube to know that they need to push that content out to more people. Sean Michael Price, pig farmer from South Africa here. What age are your gilts when we first farrow? These girls here, 11 and a half months. Also, do you struggle with large litters on your sows with only 6 nipples on each side? No, we don't. This girl here, I think she has 14. Our litters are typically around the 12 to 14 mark, and it works out fine. I know with chickens, if you process on your farm, you have to sell halves or whole. So we do sell some cut-ups. I sell wholes, halves, leg, thigh quarters, breasts, wings, and backs. And then let's see, sell cuts, yeah, halves, whole. So I can sell wholes and halves on pork, and we have done some of those for customers. We'll bring them in, sit down, go over a cut sheet, make sure that they're getting exactly the cuts that they want, make sure they understand what cuts are what, and then we will sell wholes and halves on pork as well. Also, we do this for cows, for beef. Rainy Washington. Yeah, I bet it is rain in Washington. You guys get a lot of rain out there. If you didn't have time to sell at a farmer's market, would you sell retail? Yes, I would. We would have to figure out the marketing channel for that, but absolutely we would. That's part of this deal, is that we think that folks need to have access to this kind of food. Access to food that's raised locally, raised on pasture, without hormones, antibiotics, or a lot of inputs. So yes, we would continue to sell retail. We would just need to change up our marketing channels a little bit. Christina Williams, just up the road in Stokes County. Hey, Christina, thank you for joining us. Got some friends, got some good friends up in Stokes County. Got some real good friends up in Stokes County. It's about the same as a viewer who watches the advertisement. Yeah, it is. Yep, it's about the same as a viewer who watches the advertisements. So it's, you know, it, like I say, for every 1,000 views, it's $3 or $4. It's not much at all. I want to give my favorite. I want to give to my favorite creator who not handle the advert, so I do premium. Give my thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes the ads can be a little bit annoying. We don't have a whole lot. The creators don't have a whole lot of control over the ads. LYL Skeets from Texas, 74-year-old granny. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Appreciate you joining in. I got a couple of mamas over here that are fussing one another behind me. Yeah, Bill, the dairy industry is a mess. We personally, this is just us, we personally buy from a local small dairy just outside of Greensboro. I refuse to buy milk at Food Line, Walmart, Harris Teeter, Lowe's Foods, anything like that. My understanding is the majority of dairies in North America now are owned by Walmart, and they control the price of milk. Hello from Nova Scotia. Hey, Nova Scotia, thank you for joining us. If you can get 500,000 subscribers to your channel, you can make about $150 a year in YouTube commercial revenue. With 100,000 subscribers, YouTube revenue share make about 30,000. Do you ever do regular tours of your farm? You're in Chesapeake, Virginia, 3-year-old daughter. Yes. So go over to SheratonParkFarms.com. Workshops, tours, and more. We've got some tours scheduled. So go over and sign up for one of those. We got one coming up here in a couple weeks in April. I think we got one scheduled about at least one per month through June or July. So go over there and sign up. Yeah, we're doing some tours. Love to have folks out. Couple hour tour, walking tour. Have a lot of opportunity to take plenty of pictures. We should have some goats and sheep to pet, some baby piglets to look at. All kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, go over and check that out. Alan Elliott, butcher from Ireland. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. We've been doing pigs. We just have started our 4th year. So we're going into our 4th year on pigs. How many of you small farmers hire a sales manager? We have not. We're just not big enough yet. Sandra and I do marketing, advertising, direct sales, production, management, the whole deal. Melissa from Rhode Island. Melissa, thank you for joining us. Good luck on your move to Kentucky. No, we do not have any kids that help out. I have a 21-year-old son. He lives in another part of the state, got his own life, works for a utility company, got a good job. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you watching the ads. We do not use farrowing crates because we want these pigs to be self-sufficient, manage their own farrowing. I want a pig that I can leave home, and if she has her piglets, she has her piglets and does well. So we breed for characteristics, mothering characteristics that prove these pigs to be self-sufficient, and so we elect not to use farrowing crates. Yeah, so if I understand your question, Green Power, no, you can't. Well, the way you can do that, and I'm not advocating breaking the law. You can sell an individual a live animal, and then they can ask you to break that animal down for them and do the butchering yourself. You can do that, but I can't butcher an animal even if I cut it into primals, wholes, or halves. I can't butcher and sell a butchered animal off my farm. Butchered animals have to be sold to the public through a USDA inspected facility. But I can sell you a live standing animal. You can ask me to process it for you, and I can do that. At the point that there becomes a transaction of cash is, according to the USDA, when that food becomes unsafe. It's the laws are archaic. Is inbreeding ever a concern with raising pigs? It certainly can be. We certainly wouldn't want to put a daughter on top of a mother or a mother on top of a son because your genetics are 100%. We will go a couple of gens out and do it, but we've got it. We should have enough pigs around here for that not to be an issue for a while. Yes, absolutely, green power. You can do it with chickens. North Carolina, we can process up to, I think it's 20,000 chickens on our farm. I can kill them, cut them up, package them, and sell them all day long, as long as I don't sell them outside the state of North Carolina. I can sell them inside North Carolina all day long with my exemption, but I can't sell across state lines. Do I AI? These girls were all artificially inseminated. I do have some boars now. They're not quite old enough, but these girls were all artificially inseminated. Do I process it at an organic facility? Don't know. We don't claim to be organic. We don't go for an organic certification. What we've typically found is that a lot of folks really aren't sure what organic means. So whenever someone comes up to me and says, "Are you organic?" I typically will ask them, "What does organic mean to you?" And 99 times out of 100, what they articulate: animals that are raised naturally without hormones, antibiotics, a lot of chemicals, allowed to express their natural genetic tendencies. Then to them, I am organic, but I don't have that certification. Yeah, we have sold ears as dog treats. Actually, we keep feet, and we do sell feet to people. We've actually cooked with some feet in the past, and they make for wonderful seasoning for beans. Yeah, pigs love pumpkins. Absolutely, Green Power NC. Pigs absolutely love pumpkins. We've fed some old pumpkins to some of our pigs in the past, and they go crazy over them. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna cut this thing off. We've been going now for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, almost 2.5 hours. We're try to capture some video of this. We'll watch her through the evening this evening and see if we can catch some video of this and put it together on a video and have that posted hopefully tomorrow morning if she has some piglets. You know, it just seems like we're kind of stalled out here. I need to go run and get my evening chores and stuff knocked out. So I appreciate y'all joining us. If something happens that she comes back and we start having some piglets, we'll fire this thing back up here after a while. But can't thank y'all enough for joining us. Those of you that sent in super chats and things, thank you again so much. Really appreciate the support. Appreciate you sticking with us. Always remember to give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, even if it's just a thanks for the video. It means the world to us. And hope y'all have a good evening. We will see you soon. Y'all take care.